Okay, so how do we make an appointment? Well, we can do that a few ways. First thing is, if we take a look at our calendar by clicking on calendar, you can see here that you can add an event, and from here you can easily also add a lead that you can turn into a customer. So in this case, we already have a customer and he's given us a call and he wants to have an appointment for Wednesday the 4th. Okay, so we would look up the customer, and in this case we're going to find our test customer. And I think I typed enough fives. Yep, there we go. Perfect. So we found our customer. And now what we want to do is under this More button, we'll click on More, New Appointment. You have other options here such as New Invoice, New Estimate, Activate Warranty, Send a Text Message, Add an Assigned User, or View their lead profile. Now what we want to do is add a new appointment. And also to show you down here, you have a box here that shows previous appointments as well. You can edit, delete, no-show, if they haven't shown up for an appointment. In this case, we want to add a new one, and let's say it's not for this particular vehicle, it's for a secondary car. So we're going to first just add a secondary car, and we're going to add a BMW 3 Series. All right, and we're just going to put wife's car. All right, save vehicle. So this gentleman has called in and he wants to book an appointment for his wife's car. Oh, apparently his wife already had another test car in here. She's got two. That's okay. So we're going to add an appointment. So new appointment. And it's going to bring us to our appointment adding page. And this is where we can choose the date. And let's just say he wants for the 4th, even though the 4th is in the past. So you know what? We'll go for the 26th. So he wants an appointment on the 26th at 10 a.m. Let's just say. So we'll put in the time. And it's going to be 3 hours, 45 minutes. Is it a mobile service? You can check that or uncheck it. Do you want to disable asking for feedback, such as Google reviews, things like that? You can check or uncheck that. In this case, we're going to do full tint and detailing. All right, full tint, and he's going to go with 18% Suntech. Okay, and for a price, we'll just put, let's say, $299. Obviously, pricing will be according to what you have. You can select the service, and then you can assign to a staff member as well. And then here it's already filled out, assigned to customer, because we chose the customer before. And in this case, we want the new vehicle, which is the 2020. So here you see you can choose the vehicle that you want. Then does this event repeat? No, it does not. If it does repeat, let's say you have a customer that comes, certain intervals, you can set that up here as well. In this case, this event does not repeat, so we'll leave it like that. So once again, it's pretty straightforward. You simply choose the date, you choose the time required, and that just helps with your scheduling. This doesn't actually compute anything, it doesn't change the appointment. It's just an internal thing so you can keep track of how much time you're spending on jobs. Then you can put in your notes, your title, the price, select the service, whatever the primary service happens to be, assign to a staff member, and then assign to customer. This one is usually already filled out if you've done it from the client profile, or you can always click there and then search for the client to assign it to here. Then below that, you can choose the vehicle for this particular appointment. Then we're going to hit Save Event. And there we have our event as saved. And now we can go back and we can verify that in our calendar here. So on the 26th, there we have 10 a.m. tinting and the detailing for the 2020 BMW 3 Series, full tint, 18% Suntech, or whatever notes you want to add. And then from within here, you can actually add notes. So we could say customer running 5 minutes late, for example, save notes. There, that's saved. We can also confirm an appointment if you want to do manual confirmations by calling the number and then confirming, and you would just one-click confirm, done. Then it's confirmed. That way, if you have other staff checking the list of what appointments are confirmed or not, they'll be able to see that in the list by clicking on it. The customers also, you can set that up so they get automatically sent a text message, and through that they'll be, and an email, and through that they'll be able to confirm their own appointments. So that's one way to save yourself some time. Now, some other things you can do in here. Once you're finished the job, you can mark it complete, or if they didn't show up, you can click here and mark it as a no-show. That'll keep track of all the no-shows on a particular account, so you can make decisions on which clients to do business with. You can also edit the event, of course, delete the event, and one click convert to an invoice. So this will, if you click it, it'll automatically fill in the customer, and then you just have to put the details of the invoice, click save, and take the payment. So if you wanted to mark a job complete, you simply click complete, and then you can see now we've got a little check mark here. So other days where jobs were done, let me go back to some test data here from January, for example. So here you can see these were done, and then those are no-shows. And then you can also see deleted jobs as well. So deleted jobs will show up at the bottom. Those are ones that someone's called and canceled and you manually canceled it, or they canceled it themselves. The notes will appear here. So if the customer cancels it themselves, it'll say customer notes, and then it'll put the reason, whatever they chose to cancel. No shows, it shows up here. And then also if it's completed, it'll show up there as well. So yeah, that's basically the ins and outs of the calendar. So this person confirmed it themselves, for example. So there's some pretty cool options in the calendar. In addition to that, it shows the date, and it also shows this here, which is your daily goal. You can set your own daily goal in the settings. So in this particular case, this account is set to $1,000 a day. So it keeps track of how many jobs are on particular days, like this one here. Did not meet the daily goal, so it says 460 with only 540 left to meet the daily goal. So it's a way of helping you balance your calendar so you know where you can book people in. Let's say if it's this date here on the 17th and we get a phone call, I know that that day we haven't made the daily goal because I can see it's not in green. You can see 831 right here, not in green. This day did meet the daily goal, so it's in green. So I can try and book them for today to meet the daily goal, or if they're looking for a different day, instead of booking them on the Saturday or on the Monday, I could book them here on the Tuesday because we're still far away from the daily goal if you want to try and balance out your jobs. That's a helpful way to look at it. In addition to the daily goal, you also have a monthly goal. And what this number does is it takes the daily goal that you've set, multiplies it by the number of your working days. In this case, this demo company is working 6 days a week. So it takes the daily goal and it takes the number of days per week, and it multiplies those two to get your monthly goal. And whenever this starts out, if it's below the monthly goal, it will be in a different color. So in this case here, see, it's black text, whereas once the daily goal is met, it's going to show up in green text. So it's a quick way to get a snapshot of how your company is doing, how your shop is doing, and make sure that you can reach your daily goal. All right, so that's basically the calendar in a nutshell. Pretty easy and straightforward. You can manage everything and get everything in one spot with a quick snapshot. Makes managing your jobs very easy.